Hi everyone, and welcome along to another Saturday session. Now, a lot of you always ask me, or a lot of people always ask me, how I became a YouTuber or how I got into flat earth debunking. So I thought I'd take some time this week on Saturday session to sort of let you know my story about how I actually became a flat earth debunker and a YouTuber. But first I've got to take you back a little bit to my early career life. A little bit of history on why I sort of went into education. I started my career life in retail and leisure. Worked about 10 years in a bowling alley, working my way up to management, and then did various management roles in retail. Very stressful job, a lot of long hours. Now, halfway through that point, when I was around 26, I decided I wanted to go back to college with the hope of eventually going to university and becoming a science teacher. I had a strong interest in science, and I sort of did well at school at it. So I went back to college at 26 and did A-levels in maths, physics and environmental science. Now, whilst doing those A-levels, I worked still at the bowling alley at the time. So I did those three A-levels over 2 years. And once I'd achieved that, the aim was to go to university and become a teacher. However, a big job came along in retail management and the money was pretty good. So I sort of put that on hold to do that job instead. Now, looking back, it wasn't the best decision because it was a very stressful job. It was a manager of a petrol station, very long hours, really, really difficult. It was a difficult time because I didn't have long or much time to work on what I wanted to do. And it wasn't until my late 20s until I decided to do an open university degree to study to becoming a teacher, and the degree was in astronomy and physics. Now, the Open University do degrees where you basically do it from home. You do all the studies from home. You sometimes log in and have a video call with your tutor, but everything is done from home bar the major exams where you go to an exam centre. So I did that for a bit. I did that for a few years. In between all that, I got married. And it was going pretty well. I was about halfway through the degree. So that takes about 3 or 4 years to get halfway through the degree, doing one module every term sort of thing. Then in early 2017, I learned of the ability to earn money on YouTube through someone. They were making Minecraft videos, would you believe it? And they told me that they could earn money from views. I never knew this before. So the idea of having a channel on something sort of sprouted then, like early 2017, but I had no idea what to do. I knew I wanted to do science, but that was it. And during that time, I changed my job as well to become a cover supervisor at a local school to get sort of some much needed experience in the classroom. I did that for a couple of years and then went on to form my own tuition company where I tutored maths and science privately at students' homes. I expanded that business as well to take on other tutors to offer other subjects. It was a nice little company. It was doing really well. And it was around that time, about a year and a half after starting that company, that Simon Dan channel was born. And it was born because I watched a video from Cosmic Skeptic, who is now Alex O'Connor, where he was responding to a flat earth video. I couldn't believe that these people existed. Just like many of you, when you probably first found out about flat earthers, you could not believe they existed. But as we know, exist they do. And it got me thinking on what I wanted to do with the channel. And it was to combat these sorts of videos from a scientific perspective. So I made about 7 or 8 scripts, chose the videos, made the scripts, and didn't really do anything with that for a while. Until I finally made my first video, which I think I published either very late 2017 or early 2018. And it was on the flat earther D Marble, and he was talking about gravity. And that is when the entire channel started. Now, obviously I couldn't call myself a YouTuber yet. I'd only made one video, and I distinctly remember looking at the analytics of that video, realising there was one view, and that one view was actually me who watched the video when it first came out. And of course, at the time, I was still busy with my tuition business. I had about 7 or 8 tutors working for me and a variety of students. It was going really well. But I continue making a video a week, one video a week every Friday, Flat Earth Friday as it still remains. And the channel ticked along quite nicely. It was getting hundreds of views, which was good. I thought it was good anyway. And after about 4 or 5 months, I was on a couple of thousand views per video, and I was absolutely elated by that. And I remember it well, the first month I could earn money. I think I earned about £80, and I was so happy with that. The wife and I went out for dinner, I think, on it. And then the big thing happened. The gate video went viral, and I distinctly remember this because it hadn't come out that week. It had already been out a week before the next video came out, which was I think Level Earth Observer, about some Google Earth thing. And it wasn't until that video came out that the gate video went viral. And I remember I was driving up to Carlisle for a family birthday, and in the space of the 6-hour drive from leaving home on the south coast to getting there, everything had gone mental. Honestly, the views were in the tens of thousands, which was huge for me. Over that weekend I gained 30,000 subscribers, and of course the revenue shot up as well. And that just continued from there. It was a snowball effect, and the channel grew and grew from there. But all this time I was still doing my job as a private tutor for maths and science. And it took a good 6 or 7 months for me to make the leap from doing both, which by the way was tough, to just doing YouTube. And I'm really glad I did. It was the best decision I made, because it has changed our lives, my family's lives. And I will never ever forget that. So there I was, me, watching my own video when it first came out, the first one, getting its first view, 1 view on the channel. And actually next month, in April, the channel will pass 300 million views. I'm blown away by that, absolutely blown away. And I just want to say thank you to all of you who have watched over the last 7.5 years to get to this point. Now, there's going to be a celebration for this 300 million views, and it's one of my craziest ideas yet. I'm not going to say anything yet, but get ready for May, because it's going to be big. So that's it. That's how I became a YouTuber. That is how I became a flat earth debunker. Why flat earth? Well, it sort of worked well at the first video, and it just kept going. I stuck with it. I wanted to do more. I wanted to do lots of science conspiracies, but flat earth sort of did so well in the first few weeks. I just stuck with it, and I've been with it ever since. Every Friday. I'm pretty sure I've not missed a flat earth Friday in 7.5 years. And of course the want to combat the other science things came about with Tinfoil Tuesday, which obviously has been a great success as well. So there we go. Thanks so much, everyone. Any questions you want to ask me, let me know, and I will answer in the comments. But for now, that's another Saturday session all done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you like to learn about sort of the history of me and how I've got to become a flat earth debunker. Any other questions, as I said, let me know. But for now, I'm done for another Saturday session. See you next time. Bye bye.